Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Vicky speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's time for Taroscopes again. This is going to be the Taroscope for the sign of Taurus. That's Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, or Taurus Rising for the month of September 2023. And before we get to the tarot, I'm also going to be doing an oracle card pull using the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Let's take a look at a little bit of the astrology for Taurus. Now, Taurus has two planets in its sign, Uranus, which has been there since 2017, I believe, and Jupiter, which is there for about a year. It went in May. And right now, Uranus, at the end of last month, at the end of August, stationed retrograde. So Uranus stationed retrograde at about 24 degrees of Taurus, and will retrograde back until about 19 degrees of Taurus, where it will go direct, and that happens towards the end of January 2024. So your Jupiter in your sign. Jupiter brings expansion to whatever sign it's in, understanding. You get to see the big picture. You get to see a broader perspective when Jupiter is in your sign. And now we have an opportunity to go over some things. So we've moved forward to a certain extent. Now we get to go over those things. Now, for those of you who are Tauruses, if you're born between, say, the 10th and the 16th, this is the area of Taurus that is getting, that Uranus is moving over again. So if you have your birthday on that day, on those days, the sun is, Uranus will be going over the sun. So if it went over, it will go over again. And then when it goes direct, it goes over. So there are certain areas of the sign where there's retrograde motion over it. And so usually the sun, usually you'll have 3 hits to Uranus, to your sun, or it's really to any planet, any of your natal planets, if they happen to be in Taurus. So there's a reconsideration. Now, once Jupiter goes into Taurus, goes retrograde in Taurus, which happens on the 4th, all of the planets from Jupiter out, so Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, are all in retrograde motion. So the outer planets, the social planets, are in retrograde motion. The personal planets, which is Mars is going to be in Libra all month. So we're renegotiating our relationships. Of course, we also have Pluto square the nodes, with the resolution node being the south node in Libra. So that also indicates renegotiations and our relationship to power and how we can renegotiate. Sometimes we have to just renegotiate with ourselves because we don't give ourselves either the opportunity to take power on. We're not willing to take the responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. There are those in the world that didn't get that memo, and the world is as the world is because of it, maybe in part. Just a lesson to teach all of us, I guess. So Venus, your ruling planet, actually starts the month retrograde, as does Mercury. Now, Venus is going direct on the 3rd. So Venus goes direct on the 3rd, and which is your ruling planet, and then Jupiter, which is in your sign, goes retrograde the next day. And we have a Mercury retrograde. The Mercury retrograde is happening in Virgo. That's a fellow Earth sign. In fact, all the Mercury retrogrades this year have been in Earth. And so we've had to rethink our relationship to our resources, our resourcefulness, our health, our bodies, in some cases, our biggest resource is our home. So there's that consideration. But Mercury goes direct on the 15th. So for the first half of the month, Mercury is retrograde. as I said, in Virgo. And this is your fifth house of creative self-expression. So if you've written a book, it's time to edit it, I guess. Or it could be your children as well, and some fun. So the beginning of the month may not be all that much fun. Then it goes direct on the 15th, but it doesn't really get out of its shadow until the beginning of October. So as does Venus get out of the shadow of its retrograde in October. So there's a lot of sort of internally oriented energy in this particular month of September for us to sort of figure some things out. There's been a lot of changes in the outer world, in the culture, in society. Evolutionarily, there's been a lot of shifts and changes. And September, we have an opportunity to sort of figure that out for ourselves, perhaps. So take the opportunity. We don't usually get these little respites, so enjoy it while we have it, right? Okay, so that's the astrology. So let's take a look at, I slept on my shoulder wrong and my clavicle is really bothering me, and it only hurts when I have to reach, which is all the time. So it only hurts when I breathe. All right. Unfortunately, as a chiropractor, you can't adjust yourself. It just doesn't happen. So I'm going to have to go seek out some care. Although if I use my little activator, I may be able to help myself, at least so it doesn't hurt when I reach for my cards. Reach for the sky. You can't, I'd be in trouble. They wanted me to put my hands up. All right. Oh, the single ladies. No, sorry. Put your hands up. All right. Let's see. Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. So I will read this from the book. This is a deck by Kyle Gray, artwork by Lily Moses, and I really love the art in this deck. Page 32. Okay, I'll hold the card up. It's so pretty. Might as well enjoy it, right? Here we go. Allow yourself to be cherished. Earth Mother is protecting you with a shield of love and light. You may have felt overwhelmed or out of control emotionally recently, but you are now moving back to your natural center, and that will bring you to a place of clarity and openness. If you have felt ungrounded, know that Earth Mother is here to root you and help you regain your sense of strength. You may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of the divine, you are a child of light, and it's important that you know that and feel loved. If you have had challenges with your mother or with being a mother yourself, know that the energies of mother healing are with you to help you clear any ancestral blockages that may be preventing you from making the sacred love connection. You are being guided to make choices that are based on love. How lovely is that? I love that. I love that for you, Taurus. All right, let's take a look. I'm going to be using the Light Seers Deck to do your reading for the month. So let's see what's up for Taurus for the month of September. Let me just pull these out. Okay. Excuse me a second. And an itchy eyebrow. I know, like in the day, like if you had an itchy palm or if you had, something itchy, there was always a meaning for it. I don't know what the meaning of itchy eyebrow is. All right. Kind of an odd place to get itchy, right? All right, just give me a couple more shuffles here. I'm a little slow on the shuffle. I've been doing a lot of renovating, stripping doors, old antique doors in my house, and painting and sanding and raising my arms above my head. And my thumbs are really sore, massaging my husband's feet at night. And it's hard to shuffle when when your thumbs hurt. All right. Just as an aside, he also massages my feet. So, all right. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, we start with the Ten of Cups, happiness, contentment, love, family. Nice card. So it seems like you're in a pretty good spot right now, Taurus. The challenge is the Six of Wands. In this deck, the Six of Wands is being out there, right? Being out there, being successful. So there seems to be a little bit of a challenge here between wanting to sort of like just stay at home and enjoy your family and enjoy your home, and then the challenge of wanting to also put something out there that is going to bring attention to yourself, right? So there's sort of two competing energies here. Let's see what's underneath it all. We have the moon. There's some emotional issues that you're dealing with right now. Some ups and downs. You may feel a little almost, I don't know if I want to say bipolar. There's a bipolarity here that you're struggling with. And I think it's that struggle between putting yourself out there and should I, I have it good here. Why do I want to like push myself out there? But there's this other side of you that kind of wants to push yourself out there. So let's see what's in the past. Well, we have the Ace of Cups in the past. So there was a wish that had come true. There was a sense of oneness with the universe. This is a card of unconditional love, blessings, as it were. So gratitude. With Taurus, your most powerful weapon, if we want to call it that, is gratitude. Or actually, I shouldn't say weapon. It's your most powerful tool, is gratitude. And so maybe there's a part of you that's not really sure that you can ask for more because you feel like you've gotten so much. So let's see what the spirit says in the sky. Spirit in the sky, gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. Gonna go there when I die, and I lay me to rest. I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Well, that's not really a good song to sing now, is it? 'Cause it's talking about you dying. But what's in the sky is love, companionship. Yeah, it's like a riches all around you, and yet underneath it all, there's an issue, right? So perhaps, sometimes the moon is habitual patterns, and it is connected to the past. It is connected to your childhood, and it is connected to your past lives. So there can be an issue with receiving because of the way you were raised, or because of past life conditionings that you're just vaguely aware of. The moon tends to act, it's both conscious and unconscious. And when we're under stress, very often the unconscious stuff comes up and we're like, where'd that come from? It's sort of like hidden in the moon energy. All right, let's see what's in the future. Oh, we have the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is one of the most powerful feminine cards in the deck. We can see that she is connected to spirit, direct connection to spirit. On the Tree of Life, the path that is connected to this card connects the heart chakra or tip breath in the Tree of Life to Kepler, which is the crown. So it's direct connection to spirit, like from crown to heart. And so that's what's coming. There's information coming. It's going to open up your eyes to things. You're going to see things that you didn't see. You're going to remember things that you hadn't remembered yet, because some of it is also a remembering of who we truly are. We are spirit having a human experience. We can call spirit in. how other people see you. Tied up in knots. Yeah, they see that on the outside you seem relatively normal, right? This is the outside, but when you look inside of yourself, you see yourself as sort of tied up and unable, and where it's almost dangerous to say something. Uh, you have to be very careful the way you move through life. Um, but that is a mind thing for you. Okay. I'm not sure it's a real thing. It's a mind thing, which I guess is as real as anything else. But if you know it's a mind thing, you can always change your mind. Your domestic situation, oh my God, the Ten of Pentacles. You're receiving, receiving, receiving. Make sure you know you deserve it, because you do. You don't really have to do nothing but breathe to deserve goodness. Goodness. There's this video with this little girl. I think she's getting gifts or something. Everything is, oh goodness, oh goodness, oh goodness. She's so cute. Hopes and fears. The Queen of Cups. That it keeps coming. All this good stuff keeps coming. Oh dear. And the outcome. The Five of Cups. So there are some things that you're mourning, some things you need to let go of. There are maybe some regret of things that didn't work out the way that you wanted them to. It's very interesting that this is the outcome card among all these really positive cards, right? So I think it's just pointing out the need to let that stuff go. Just let it go. If it didn't work, it wasn't meant to work, right? Let's see if we can get a major arcana. We have the Three of Wands, which indicates new opportunities. Waiting for your wave to come in. So there are new opportunities on their way. You're moving away from troubled waters. I almost feel like this is a relationship that you tried really hard with, but you just have to let it go because it's gonna pull you down. The relationship is pulling you down. Because all other indications are, so I think it's a single thing that is, it's like you want to be happy, but maybe feel guilty because your life is going really good and this other person that you care about, that you've tried to help, life isn't going so good. But at some point you have to cut your losses, Taurus. And we have the rebirth card. So this is about letting go. So I think that's an indication that I was on the right track with that. So there's something you need to let go of in order for you to continue, to maybe even let a new love in. I mean, we have the Two of Cups in the sky. Okay, let's see what's underneath it. The King of Swords, isn't he cute? Justice. And the Knight of Wands, having some fun. So, yeah, this could, I don't know if you've had a divorce recently, or what, but there is something legal that has indicated itself as being on the other side of that, and now it's time to celebrate. So I guess that your mantra or your song for this month is "Don't worry, be happy." Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Don't worry, be happy. That's your mantra. That's your reading. Have a wonderful month. If you enjoy these readings, you can give me a thumbs up. Share them if you know a Taurus who needs to hear this. I have a Patreon page if you want to become a patron. The more patrons I have, the more stuff I can actually get online. That's a great way to support me. If you want a reading, I do personal readings. It's a combination of astrology, Kabbalah, and numerology. I have a 90-minute reading and a 60-minute reading. I prefer the 90-minute reading if it's your first reading, but we can do it in an hour if that's all you can afford. I do try to keep the prices relatively reasonable, but I mean that's kind of an objective thing, right? Or subjective thing. And what else? Oh, and I'm going to be having a beginner's astrology class and an introduction to the Kabbalah starting in September. So if you're interested in that, you can actually drop me a line. There is, I think my email is linked into my channel. Let me know that you're interested, because classes are starting to start. I'm just not exactly sure the start dates yet, so I will keep you posted on that. All right, guys, have a wonderful month. Don't worry, be happy. I think it's going to be a good one. All right, take care. Namaste.